You want to be a better person, better version of yourself. You always want to do something new. I always tell people, like, you can never grow inside your comfort zone. You always want to go look for something new, something you've never done before. Sometimes, if you're used to going out to eat, like with a group of friends on Friday nights and no one could go no more and you really want to go out, just go do it yourself. Like, see how that vibe feel. Some people are, like, too timid to, like, talk to a girl, talk to a guy they like. You feel me? Because they afraid of rejection or whatever. Just go do it. Like, it's no harm and no foul of it, bro. Like, if you take a L, you got to learn from it, bounce back. And that's the thing. When you escape that comfort zone, you learn more about yourself that you never even know. So that's the main thing we all got to start doing.
Mind over matter is magic. I do magic. Mind over matter is magic. I do magic. Mind over matter is magic. I do magic. You think of magic. Mind over matter is magic. I do magic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Welcome to Mind Over Matter, baby.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
I'm your host, DEJA Wallace, and as you can see, I have a guest with me today, and I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself.
What's that button?
No, introduce.
Oh, I thought. Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Stat from MoreTime Radio. It's like, I dropped a bomb like Flex just now.
Yeah,
oh, no, that's tough. I gotta get that shit.
Yeah, so we got MoreTime Radio in the building.
Representing.
Tune in to the podcast, the guys' podcast. What do you guys talk about? Like, give the people some quick, like, what to expect from the podcast.
We try to make it like a couch conversation. You feel me? Like you and your bro sitting down, just talking about like relative things. Like we talk about relationship problems. We branch off to like social inequalities and talk about problems that's like real relative to people in their mid-20s. Like something we cover might be like what was it? I think it was one topic we wanted to talk about, but we didn't really have anyone to go over with. Like, transphobia and shit like that, and have someone, you feel me, who's like relative to that field. Just to just enlighten people like the daily niggas in their mid-20s that don't know any better and shit like that.
Right. I would love to hear that episode. Like, I've never heard any black male come on like social media or anything and talk about like transphobia. Like,
yeah, that's why I felt like it was gonna be like groundbreaking and revolutionary, because that's like, feel me, that's type like taboo with like people in our peers and shit like that. Like, hey yo, but I want to add lights. I want to break like gender norms and all that other stuff with the show.
That's dope. That's dope. But we're about to get right into episode 29 of Mind Over Matter, baby. Okay, on this episode, we're gonna talk about stepping out of your comfort zone and why it's important to be uncomfortable sometimes. It's okay.
All the time.
It's okay. And just why is that so important for growth? You need to be uncomfortable to grow at the end of the day. And I could give you like a quick story. Like, I just turned 21.
Oh, for real?
I'm legal, y'all. But I just turned 21, and I feel like when I turned 21, it was like a month ago. I've been dealing with a lot of change just like in my life. Like, I guess my parents were like, girl, you're grown now. Like, they left me with the house alone for like a month. Sheesh. They left on my birthday.
What?
Exactly. So like everything.
That's the present? You got the crib?
I guess so. But they left on my birthday, and then I don't know. It was like a bittersweet feeling because I was like, all right, it's late. I got my freedom. But then I was kind of scared at the same time for all this like new responsibility. And it was giving me like mad anxiety sometimes because I was like, yo, like I gotta cook tonight. Like, I gotta get gas in the car. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And it's like, I don't feel like our society really prepares us to deal with change. It kind of is the opposite. They want us to stay comfortable a lot. And how do you feel about that, just stepping out your comfort zone?
I mean, when it comes to like prepare for change, I don't really think there is a true way to prepare for change. So like, of course, like when we talk about our society kind of shaping you to stay in your comfort zone, it's just people wanting you to like stay stagnant, do what you do. Like it's because it's essentially there's no harm in, you know, doing the daily regular stuff. But that's where like growth comes in. If you want to be a better person, better version of yourself, you always want to do something new. I always tell people like you can never grow inside your comfort zone. You always want to go look for something new, something you've never done before. Sometimes if you're used to going out to eat like with a group of friends on Friday nights and no one could go no more and you really want to go out, just go do it yourself. Like see how that vibe feel. Some people are like too timid to like, you know, talk to a girl, talk to a guy they like. You feel me? Because they afraid of rejection or whatever. Just go do it. Like, it's no harm and no foul of it, bro. Like, if you take an L, you got to learn from it, bounce back. And that's the thing. When you escape that comfort zone, you learn more about yourself that you never even know. So that's the main thing we all got to start doing.
Yeah, I feel like we have to be more curious. A lot of us are afraid to admit that we don't know something. We all just want to jump into things as if we've done it before and we didn't. And that's really what it is. And I feel like, why do you personally think that people are so scared of change?
It goes with like being afraid of the unknown or the dark. Like because you don't know what could happen next, you rather stay in whatever predicament you're in. Maybe is bad or like good or horrible or whatever. You rather stay there than jumping off a cliff and fall into something you don't even know because it might be worse. So I think that's what everyone's mindset is. That was my mindset before I actually started like breaking out of my comfort zone. I'm like, I'd rather do the daily things I do on a regular because like I haven't died from it, so why not? But it's no fun in life. I feel like you should like no risk, no reward. Like you got to go out and like put yourself in not danger, but you feel me? Learn something new. Put yourself in a different type of environment. Try to get something out of it.
Yeah. I don't know if you read the book, The Alchemist is like one of my top 3s.
A book or who?
The Alchemist.
Alchemist, who wrote it?
Pablo, I don't want to say the wrong name.
All right, so I'll just
How's
look into
that my
that
favorite
later.
book? And I
You don't know the name of the author?
I don't know the name. I'm capping. That's not. But basically, in a book, there was a character, the old man, and he had owned a glass shop. And basically, the main character, Pablo, he had worked at that glass shop, and the owner of the shop, his biggest dream, like he wanted to go to Mecca. He wanted I forgot what it's called, like a pilgrimage to Mecca. Yeah. Basically, in the Muslim culture, that's their big thing, to go to Mecca, which is like in the Middle East. And they all come together and they worship and stuff. So that was his big dream, to save up money to go on that pilgrimage or whatever. So basically, Pablo, the main character, worked at that shop, and he knew that about his owner. So he was basically trying to help him get enough money to go to Mecca. So he was like a great employee. He was helping him. He basically put him on the top in the area. Like he was the best glass shop in the area. Yeah. And then he was like, "You have enough money. You could go now." He was like, "No, I don't want to go." Basically, that dream of him going is all he feels like that's his motivation in life. He doesn't want.
So not him actually going to pursue it, but him like basically earning for it.
Yeah, his fear held him back from actually going after his dream. He had the ticket to go. Like he bought him the ticket. Was like, "You could go. Like I helped you." He was like, "No, I want to be here. Yeah, this is where I want to be. Like that dream is all I have, basically." And that was like kind of like mine. Like I don't know. That just messed up my head, because like a lot of people live like that. They know they have what it takes, and you have the willpower to do what you want, but they rather just be comfortable because they don't know. They're too scared.
Yeah, limit themselves.
But But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people live like that.
Nah, that's like I was saying. That's like you said. How society kind of it doesn't prepare you for change, and it kind of leaves you with like do the same thing you did yesterday. Mm-hmm. It all stems from like us not knowing what else is out there. Like for me, for example, I had a job as a trainer. The audience and demographic there was, like black people, like you, like me. Mm-hmm. The new job I got is also training, but I train with like a majority white people. So me having to break that mold and say like, all right, I have to like code switch, go to a whole different new environment, learn how to adapt to these people. It's something I wasn't comfortable with at first. And it was an idea I wasn't like kind to taking because that's the only thing that was really holding me back from the position. Mm-hmm. But it's a better position than I was previously in. So me saying to myself, I don't know if I could go into this different neighborhood full of white people that I never met before, smile, put on a happy face and try to learn about them and work with them. Like, I don't know if I could do that because I never did it before, but that's limiting me. Why would I say like, because I never did it before, I don't know if I could do it. Like, duh, you don't know if you could do it. Let's try to see if you can do it.
Exactly. And that's where the big thing is. I feel like in social media, the culture kind of makes people scared to try because people don't want to start at zero. People don't want to start with 0 likes. People don't want to post something and get like 4 likes. They're too scared of even trying anymore. They don't want to start from ground level. And nobody could just start at something and be great. Like there's always going to be that grind and that the dirty work you have to do. And with social media, people aren't showing the dirty work. And because they're not showing it, everybody thinks everybody just has it.
Yeah, just get into it.
But do you feel like our generation is less likely to try new things?
On average, I'd say, I want to say they are less likely, but I think this generation is more likely to do like go outside the box with stuff like that. And what made me came to that conclusion is like, I guess if I look at my parents, they are like, whatever I did when I was 20 something, I'm gonna do when I'm 50. Like they don't want to branch out. They found what they liked in life in their prime or probably before that, and that's who they are. Like that's their character. They don't want to learn new concepts. Like in this generation, I feel like people say it's more sensitive. I feel like we're more aware of like our environment, of like social inequalities, different changes is going on. And our parents were like, they had stuff being to them and they don't want to figure out what's wrong with it. They want to just stay in that comfort zone, basically. Like they probably could have been abused, you feel me? And they found some conform with it. They found some like basically a standard with it, and they don't want to break out of it knowing that something could be better. With us, we don't want to go through that type of cycle. So we look for something new. Like this generation is like, we get a job, we don't like it after a week, we will leave it. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Our parents will stay there, they take the ass whooping, they take all the dirty work, and they just like try to thug it out, grind it. Us, nope, I go get another job. I'll be in the office filling out job applications on my break while like I'm looking for another place, while I'm trying to get out of here. Like, so we're more open to change, we're more open to shit. But because we're more open to change, like that failure, that fear of rejection is going to show more, because you're going to get rejected more if you're taking more shots. But that's the thing, you're taking more shots, so you're more likely to get something better out of it. So we step out of our comfort zone like way more, I think, in this generation. I'm hoping it, like that trend keeps on moving on forward too.
Yeah, I agree. Like I feel like there's a lot of entitlement that we have because we have access to all these things that previous generations never ever even dreamt of,
like the internet.
Exactly. These cell phones, like we take it for granted because we've had it and this is all we've known for the most of our lives, but that is entitlement, and I feel like that is why we feel like we can do whatever we want, because we all in this, I'm speaking from personal experience. I feel like we all look at ourselves as main characters even more now than ever, especially because we're always recording ourselves and stuff. So that also brings with that kind of like just a sprinkle of narcissistic kind of attitude and behaviors.
Yeah.
Because we feel like we're the center of attention and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you feel about like rejection? How do you deal with rejection?
With rejection, I always walk into something in mind that like it might not go my way. Like whatever is about to be, like me talking to someone new, like getting into a new relationship, going into a job interview, just hanging around a different crowd. I have it in mind, like, of course, if this all goes perfect, I'm going to go home with a smile on my face and I'm going to have fun. But it's a huge chance that I might be like really upset about what the outcome might be. So I always have backups in mind. If I get rejected now, tomorrow is a whole new day, it's a whole new chance. So I never want to dwell like that. I think that used to be my problem back in the day. You get hit with a rejection, you sit down, you dwell on it, you let so many opportunities pass you by because you're thinking about this rejection from like 3 weeks ago. You missed 3 weeks of new opportunities. So you always want to be optimistic about it. Look at the glass half full instead of half empty. And just like, it sounds cliche, but like that's real shit. At the end
It's
of the
true
day.
though. It's true. I don't deal with rejection well at all. And that's something I'm working on. Like I take it really bad. Like I don't know how to deal with it. But that's a good way of looking at it. Like
what makes it hard for you then?
It's just I put too much attachment in the final outcome. Like one of my biggest like times I've been rejected was when I transferred from upstate New York to UConn, and I tried to get on the basketball team there, and it's the number 1 basketball team in the country. And when I already kind of like had like in mind, like, yo, I'm gonna be on the team. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna be traveling. I'm gonna have like this special A1 treatment because they're a D1 school.
Yeah.
So I kind of already planned that future in my mind. And then when I didn't make it, it was like, yo, I'm like no good. Like I kind of look at that as like a fault in myself instead of looking at it as a lesson, which I kind of looking back at it now. I'm like, all right, that's a lesson, but it's like, I don't deal with it well, but that's bad because then that makes me stay in my comfort zone.
I feel like what you said was a perfect example because you feel me, like you 21 and you went through that. Nobody in life is ever going to be born saying, you know, I'm going to take rejection, I'm going to walk with a chip on my shoulder and I'm going to be great. Everyone always starts off with like, so there's something you had in life that you thought 100% this is yours and it got taken away from you or you didn't get it and your whole life just come crashing down. And when that moment happens, I think that's when you start to learn, like, either I have to be able to take rejection or now I can take rejection. Like, you got to run into those life experiences. Like, that's something no one can really teach. Like, I can't sit down here and tell anyone listening, tell you, like, now you got to just learn how to, like, thug it out, get better at it. It's like, nah, you're going to have to go through it.
Yeah.
'Cause, speaking from experience, you got to have the experience.
Yeah. But even back to, like, this entitled culture generation coming up, I feel like a lot of them think like me, like they don't want to deal with rejection, so they wouldn't even try. And that's gonna stunt your growth. That's gonna make you, like you said, be very limited in the way you move and the way you act.
Yeah.
But yeah, just had to get that off my chest.
No, of course. But that's the thing. Like, you have to, people just got to learn how to venture off into like different fields, even if you feel like it's going to be like a L. Like, I remember even when I was like, I think a freshman in college, something small, like I always wanted a tattoo. And my mom was like, made it sound like if I get a tattoo, I put any type of ink on my body, I'm going straight to hell. Like,
Same.
It was like that, bro. So I was mad nervous. I always wanted one. I played basketball for Kingsborough. So everyone on my team was at least like 5-6 years older than me because it's a community college, you feel me?
Okay.
I'm like 18, niggas is like 26. One of my teammates is a tattoo man. I'm like, yo, I could go get this shit now. I ran to his crib, went and got this shit. My mom calling me, I told her like, yo, I'm about to get this shit. That's it. I came back in the crib, she saw it, she was blacking. Like, after a while, like I was like, the thing with that in the comfort zone was like, if I really sat down here and listened to everything she said, everything she tried to provide for me, put me in this little bubble, I would have never really branched out on like who I was. Now I have like 2 sleeves. She wants to get matching tattoos.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so it's just things that take time. Like, you got to be willing to sit down and look that L in the face and know you about to get your get back. Like, that's what you have to do if you want to get better in life, if you want to break out your comfort zone, if you want to know who you really are as a person. Because a lot of you in your 20s, early 20s, you don't know who you are yet. You might think you do. You do not know who you are as a person yet. And that's the beauty of it. You're
and that sounds crazy to me because I feel like I know everything. But humbly, like, it's not on some arrogant.
Mm-hmm. Like, because you think for 21 years, of course, I should know who I am. Like, I've been with myself for 21 years. But did you put yourself in these type of environments that you would have never thought you could see yourself in yet?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like, when people like, oh, you're such a baby. Like, I don't get it. I feel like I've lived enough, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's 21, that's 2 decades plus tax plus mad years.
Yeah,
so you go think you lived like, you know who you are, but it takes some tears, it takes some blood, it takes some experiencing so you really know who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. I feel like like me in 26, I just felt like I think I know who I am in life now. Okay. Mad years later, so.
I got 5 more years, y'all. But, even back to what you said about your mom thinking about getting matching. Did y'all get matching tattoos?
What I ended up doing, I actually have like a portrait of her on my right arm.
Oh, that's dope.
And she's getting the same type of portrait. Like, because I have basically, it's a mirror and it's her baby picture in the mirror. What I was supposed to have is like hands on the mirror. Mm-hmm. So when she holds my arm, it's like she's matching up with the hands. It looks like she's looking at her reflection.
Okay.
And she's trying to do that, like get my baby picture on her arm inside of a mirror. So when I grab my arm,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so stuff like that.
Yeah. But the beautiful thing about it is when you step out your comfort zone, the people around you get inspired and they get motivated to actually try something new if they're not so like closed-minded and traditional in their way of thinking. But that's dope that you got her to actually open her mind up a little. I talk about like, why do niggas in the hood deal with rejection so bad? Like, let's talk about it. Like, they be like, hey, yo, ma, hey, yo, shorty. Shorty, let me talk to you. Let me get your number. No, thank you. Have a nice day, sir. Don't want to be bothered. All right, then I don't even want you anyway. I wanted your friend. Like, what?
They be like, niggas be ODing like, I suck my dick. And
yeah,
be
they
like,
be ODing. Like, I'm being nice with it, but I never got the suck my. That's crazy.
I see that on the regular. I thought that was like level 1. I thought
really
that was,
you see that on the regular.
I don't like see it personally, but girls be telling me like, yeah, I didn't give him his number. He told me SMD. I'll be like,
nah, I never seen that in my life. That's crazy.
Yeah, I see that. It gets like darker. Niggas be trying to fight. That should be like. But the weird thing about it, like niggas really just cannot take no. Answer. I feel like you crushed their pride the moment you told them that. Me personally, I never in my life have ever, in my 26 years, ever ran down a random girl in the middle of the street. Just because I know that, like, I think from her point of view, like, if I run down this girl, I go try to talk to her, she probably gonna think, oh, if I say no to this nigga, he gonna try to beat me up. He gonna say some wild shit to me. She probably just gonna go along with whatever I say, and that would be it. Like, I always got like that fear of like them, like what they have, what they're afraid of in my mind. So I'm like, I'm not even going to do. I don't know who this person is at the end of the day. Let me just, I pass it up. You feel me?
Yeah, but that's like a genuine like fear to have because it's happened before. Like people have been like followed home or like attacked just because you didn't want to give somebody the time of day. Like you're not obligated to do that, but I don't know what. Like why don't some men deal with rejection well?
The thing is like some niggas have how do I say it? They just have that sense of entitlement, like you feel me? Like I get all this money or I do this and I'm bigger than who I really think I am, right? So because I'm bigger than who I think I am, if I want something, it's gonna be easy to get. I see this girl walking in the street, you know, her body look good and all that. I'm gonna run down, I'm gonna talk to her. I'm going to get her number because I probably did this to a couple other girls and it worked. This girl straight up embarrassed me. Now, people are watching. People are laughing now. People looking at me like, oh, that's the nigga that got dubbed. Now you feel like you got to get back. Now you got to feel like, nah, I didn't even want you. Fuck you. Now I got to look like aggressive because if I look aggressive, I don't look as stupid is what I'm thinking.
And most of the times, the guys doing this, they have a lot of backup. You know, they're with their bros.
Yeah.
It's never really that they're alone. It's just they want to put on a show for their friends.
And then the worst thing is the niggas around be like amping it, like, yeah, bro, yeah, fuck that bitch, laughing at her. And it's like, why y'all have to like gang up and do shit like that? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like if it's really easy to you, you would have took the L and just kept it pushing, took the rejection, just kept it pushing. But some niggas, they just cannot stomach that at all.
Yeah. I mean, females deal with rejection pretty bad too. I'm not gonna lie, but they just don't. They're just not aggressive and they don't vocalize.
Nah,
I mean?
It depends.
It makes them more insecure. Rejection for females make them insecure, so they wouldn't even try. That's why females don't shoot their shot as much.
Me personally, I got hit with like the opposite side. Like I'm the guy, and I told some girl like no, and I got hit with some shit like.
Really?
Yeah, like,
I never heard of
girl,
this.
like I met her off Instagram. She was trying to get me to come to the crib like 5 a.m. all the time, and I was just like no, you feel me? Like, I got work. I'm too tired. Shorty blocked, like no, she deleted me on Instagram. I prayed like days later, so I deleted her. The moment I unfollowed her, she wrote me a big ass paragraph like, "You a weirdo. I don't know why you took so long to delete me. You was here watching my shit. You still want me. I didn't even want to fuck anyway." I was like, I didn't even say I wanted to. Like she was OD.
That's
It's like, you probably burning. I was like, why I gotta be burning, bro? I just didn't want to have sex with you. No. Another girl straight up was like, oh, I think he's gay. He doesn't want to fuck me. I'm like, I don't know what to say, bro. Like, what's wrong with y'all? So, the girls be OD and they will make up stories. They spread rumors about you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, some people just cannot take it. Me, I just take the L and just like not say anything. Yeah. That'll be it. I'll make a joke out of it with my man's like, nah, she that dubbed me, bro, but fuck it.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of take back my statement. Females do kind of like do that. They be like, yo, he's a weirdo, he's a dub, that's why, like, and just make up something that's not even true. Like, I've witnessed it.
He said he's a weirdo, like just because he don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah,
I do not get that shit.
And they'll really make up a lie about you just because their ego is hurt.
The most infamous ones is that he got an STD or he's gay.
Oh,
like it's always those two.
He's gay. Yeah, I hear that one a lot. Like, I hear that one a lot.
I got hit with that shit. My man's got hit with that shit. And we just like we find out from other people like, oh no, I heard you were gay. Like, who said I was gay, bro? Like, oh, such and such tried to talk to you and was like you was ignorant. Like, cause I don't want to fuck with her. Like.
In those situations, do you even try to defend your name or you just laugh at it?
I don't try to defend it at all because, like, people who know me. People who don't know me, they will see the situation and probably put 2 and 2 together. I waste so much energy if I try to sit down and tell every single person that a girl lied and said I was gay to them. I'm like, yeah, like, that's mad work, bro. If you think I am, fuck it, bro. Like, I'm probably not going to meet you in life anyway. Right. Yeah, so you just leave it.
So, how are you dating now? You're dating online mostly?
Me? I mean...
Like through Instagram?
I'm not going to lie. I was for like a hot minute. Like if like a lot of the girls I think I've dealt with or talked to or whatever, it definitely came from like Facebook or Instagram. Like a friend of a friend like that. Mm-hmm. The girl like I talk to now and shit, that's someone I knew since like high school. So that had nothing really to do with like... Social media was like, the catalyst for niggas to get cool and closer with each other. Because like I said, I don't be running down like in person. Like if I see you when we're in a party or whatever, I know who you are. Then it's like, all right, like, I could probably work with it. But if I'm like we in the middle of the street, I just see a girl, like that's my L right there. I'm not gonna run down on her. So everything was basically like it's off the internet. Yeah, 90% of it.
So you think like the rejection is dealt with differently on the internet?
It depends who it is. Like. I seen guys, you feel me, try to shoot they shot at a girl. They get into an argument or whatever and on the girl post, and the girl goes in her inbox, screenshots him, posts him on the status. And the thing about what that happens, that's different from me a girl just telling you no in person. Now you got proof that niggas is writing you like 7 times in your DMs, and now everyone could come and see it. You're going to be way more defensive about it. Now you're going to throw out them SMDs like as bullet rounds and shit because there's nothing you could say to really defend yourself. So now you're going to get aggressive. The same thing with girls too. Like I had a girl that was she was trying to get me and my mans to pull up to her hotel one time, and we dubbed her. But it was a point where both of us was talking to her at different times. She made a big ass post, made a big ass deal about it. she screenshotted part of the inbox where I responded to her with like a heart emoji and shit. But she didn't post what she was telling me to pull up to her telly.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just like, yo, bro, post the whole shit. And she's not posting it and arguing and like, I'll get you lined. That's another thing girls be doing. Like, I got threatened to get killed so many times. But like, yeah, like they be ODing with that shit. We like, yo, post the whole inbox. She's like, nah, fuck out of here. I know where you live. She don't even know where I live. So that's the shit I mean, son. Like,
now, I'm not going to lie. That's their go-to line.
I get
You know who I
lined.
am?
Yeah.
I will get you. I will have my brother in them.
Oh yeah, it's always that.
And then name some fucking gang or some shit. Like, that's how they are.
Because they don't know.
Yeah. How do you feel about females? I seen this going around a lot lately. Like, females being so-called more masculine. Like, especially like New York females, they're kind of portrayed as like being very aggressive or being very like blunt. How do you feel about that? Like, even like females that gang bang or like be like, oh, I'm woo, or like stuff like that. How do you feel about that?
I see like stuff like that recently, and that's been like a big talk, like especially like over here in New York and in Brooklyn for years. Like people be saying like, yo, New York girls act like niggas and shit like that. I don't think it's really like act like nigga thing. It's just it's a New York thing. Like everyone in New York got that type of edge, so that's how a girl's gonna sound. But I know what they definitely do mean by the masculine part is like the tone of voice. Like, you know, they don't sound like a man like Diesel, but like if there's a hood nigga on the corner just like, talking and shit, like they give off that type of.
Yeah, is it a turn off if like you hit a girl up and you're like, hey, what's up? And she's like ain't shit, chilling, like something like that. Like
that's regular. Like
that's regular to you.
Yeah.
You don't care. It's not a turn off if they like if they call you bro or.
Nah, when I was younger, probably like early 20s, from late teens. Every time I used to hear that like B word, I used to think like, yep, that's it, friend zone. It's clip. Like it's no coming
B-word.
back. Like bro.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime I got hit with that, I always thought that, but. I was like dealt with people who call me bro and then end up telling me pull up to their crib after. So it's like that. Those words do not faze me at all no more. Yeah. Sometimes it just be a cover up depending on who's listening. They go say bro. So it's I don't really like. I used to be affected by it. Nah, I don't.
So if a female hit you up like sounding like a nigga, like yo, you look good. Like I'm trying to see what's up. That's not a turn off? I
actually had like a girl that hit me up like that before, but I wasn't interested in her to begin with. Okay. So like when she hit me with that, I looked at her like, you know, thank you. I sent thank you with like 3 U's and like a heart emoji, but like I just left it like that. She blocked me like right after.
Oh damn.
Yeah, but I was just like it's not even the way she hit me up, you feel me? Because there was another girl that I thought was attractive and she hit me up like that. I probably would have been weak and then continued the conversation, but I was just like, but I gave her like, you know, you get points for shooting your shot because some people don't be trying to fence you off like that.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like girls are getting more bold now because of DMs.
Definitely.
But that's good that you have that mindset because I've heard a lot of guys be like, nah, that's a turn off. Like she acts like a whole nigga. Like
I do not care at all.
Yeah. What about like girls that go so hard for other people gangs and they know like if if it was time to like really show up for that gang, you will be ghost, or somebody presses you about, or
like a girl moving like that.
Yeah, like if a girl's like, oh, my brothers are really woo, or like, do you know where I'm from? Like we blood or we whatever.
In my head, when I hear shit like that, I always think like she had to be dealing with a nigga in that set or whatever, or niggas in that set, and they all like fucked with her, and now she's claiming it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not trying to put myself in that type of like that environment. Like I'm good off. Like if some girl like, yo, I'm dead ass Crip. She fuck with mad Crip niggas. She be throwing up Crip. She be like throwing a flag around and all that. I'm like, nah, I don't even want to pull up to your apartment. Or whatever, I end up breaking up with you. You go try to get some nigga to fight me. It's gonna be a whole big thing. Yeah, I see that, and I give you a dap and a pound. I keep it pushing. Like I won't. There's one girl I like. She was like that. I thought like maybe. Just feel me. She was like she looked valid, but in my head I was like nah.
Yes.
That's giving off like this too much of a nigga vibe right there. I was like, you could be my man's, but I can't.
Why do you want to be a man so bad?
Yeah.
You didn't even put in the pain that you're trying to.
It's because they fuck with niggas in that group, so that's why they do that shit.
But you could be a mascot on the side. Like, why do you want to be a part of that lifestyle so bad? Like,
it's the fame with it. Sometimes I call it like hood fame. You feel me? Like some girls going around saying like, "Yo, when Pop was here, I used to know Pop and all that shit." And they never even come to Canarsie, none of that. So that's why.
Let's talk about that real quick. Were you outside on Pop Smoke Day?
I came back from work that day. I remember I came back to the hood like around like probably like 5, 6. People was like leaving Seaview around that time.
Okay, so you seen like the aftermath of the festivities.
Oh, like a fight or something?
No, I mean like you seen like
people move. Yeah, everyone was outside. Like it was cars.
Yeah,
everyone was outside in foreigns, and this shit was looking crazy.
It was a funny story of this white guy with red hair, and he was there jacking that he knew like Pop Smoke and stuff, and he was just like, "Yo, I've been woo forever," like going mad hard, dapping up people he don't know, and then everybody was just looking at him like, "Yo, who is this nigga?" You didn't hear about him?
Nah, I did not hear about that shit.
Nah, that
was an old white guy?
Nah, he was like our age. He was like in his 20s, but he had red hair. His hair was braided, I think. Yeah. And he was just trying so hard to be down, and it was just like, no.
That's the saddest part of it. Like everyone knows, like we don't know who you are. We know that's not your lifestyle, and you like. No one's gonna fault you for not being a part of the lifestyle while you trying to be a part of it. Some niggas is like they get like turned on by fame, like men and women. I don't know what it is. It's like I guess you're in a certain light and people are with you, and you want to like false claim certain things, whether you're in a gang or you know somebody, and it's like why, you feel me? Because when it blows up in your face, now you look really stupid. But people, I have no idea.
Do you think that people, the way, like, this is going to be a heavy question. It's going to be for another episode. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but it just came up in my head. Do you feel like the way people, like, perceive you affects you? Because, like, the other day I was thinking, like, I was driving, and then I felt, like, it happens almost every day to me. Like, I feel like somebody's looking at me, so then I look at them. You ever get that feeling like, oh, someone's looking at me, and then you look
feel eyes on you.
Yeah, and then you like, and then y'all make eye contact, and it's like, all right, you were looking at me. So like, kind of like, I kind of think like the way people actually perceive you in real life. Do you think that affects how you would move throughout?
I mean, yeah, a lot of people are gonna say no because the end goal of it all, people want to be able to do things and say I did it on my own accord and not because other people are watching me or because like I don't care about people's opinion. The fact of the matter, like you're a human, you always gonna care about people's opinion no matter what. But to say like let it change your character, I don't think I would let like how people see me really affect my character because I think I did like enough with the people that I got like by my side to where if I'm in a room if I'm not in a room and people that know me personally are in that room and someone is speaking like down on my name or saying something that's not true, I'm like 100% certain. Like the people that know me would like speak up for me in my presence. Like that's not a Jason thing. That's not a Stat thing. So I feel like once you get that down, you don't really care about, not care, but you don't really make it, you don't go hard for people's expectations on you except when it comes to, you know, stuff like this. When you are recording in front of people, you always want to have this persona. You always want to make sure you have a certain status or character being represented. You don't want people to ruin this character you're creating here. Right. When it comes to that, that's when I get up and I start fighting for my own character because I'm working hard on, this is a craft at this point. Me on the outside, that's me on the outside. People know me. People are going to judge me. You don't really know me. People that know me will defend me. So
yeah, I agree. I feel like perception is everything, and especially in the world we're living in today, I feel like the way people perceive you, especially because like if you think of like females and then males, the way like people are like, even for example, a few months ago I hit somebody's car. It was just a little bumper thing, and I came out the car and he was like, "You look like a nice little girl. Like I'm not gonna do like go ahead, go about your day." But if that was like my brother or something, they'll be like, "Nah, you gotta give me some money or something." So I do feel like, even though we don't care what people think about us, I feel like subconsciously it still plays
Always.
a role on how we move throughout the world. No matter how much we feel like we don't care, it's always going to affect us to some degree. And I feel like a lot of us don't admit that. We always feel like, I don't care what people think about me.
Yeah.
But even though you don't care, it still affects you, even if you don't see it right away.
Yeah.
You're going to move accordingly.
Even
You know
if it's
what I
like
mean?
subconsciously.
Yeah.
I think what really proves that is like someone telling a white lie, like a small lie. Like the fact I had to, alter the truth a little about something, whether what it may be. That means I'm well aware that you probably feel a certain way about what I'm about to say, and I want to alter like who I am in front of you real quick because you're not really true to yourself about it. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because everybody, like, we're not who we all seem to be. Like, we all have multiple personas. If you put me in a room with different people, I might act like a different person altogether because, like, at the end of the day, you all trying to protect your own peace. And sometimes to protect your own peace, you have to put on a different face. We have different masks. Some people, the problem is, like, when you don't want to admit to putting on these masks. That's the real problem with society. If you, like me, I keep it a bug. Like, I switch up characters, switch up codes. I change who I am in front of a lot of people. But that's who, like, we are as a person. You don't want to be the same exact person in every other space because, like, you won't really get the job done some of the times.
Exactly.
You have to learn. You have to
And
basically
not everybody
move with the toolkit.
deserves that type of access to you, really.
That's the main thing, yeah. If you, like, you have, like, your close friends, your significant other, your family, and this is who, you are this genuine person to them because that's who you are. You're comfortable and, like, happy around them. You don't want to go, like you said, give someone else that access because now you let them in that space. They feel like they could talk to you a certain way. And subconsciously, this person is not that cool with you. And now they're judging you. They're talking about you a certain ways. And now you feel funny about it. If it was your bro doing that, you wouldn't feel that funny because that's your man's. You don't know who this person is.
Exactly.
You gave them rights to your own character, and that's the wrong part of it.
Right. Dang, that's a whole nother episode right there.
That's a good one, though.
That is a good one.
Yeah,
but I had to get into that. But like you said, like, I don't feel like you're responsible for how people view you. That's a big thing. And you shouldn't let that, how people view, affect what you believe in, your beliefs and morals. Like, if it feels right, do it,
Yeah, honestly.
And that's what we're going to end off with. You want to say any last words to the people?
Nah, honestly, it's a pleasure being here. You feel me? I didn't get to record in a while, so this felt like kind of good being on like a whole different atmosphere. I always want to like do stuff like this, collab, get on different projects. So I'm happy like this is the first of many since I started my own show that I got to be on someone else's.
Right.
And all together, always step out your comfort zone. You feel me? Don't like shy away from rejection. And if someone is talking bad about your name, that means they want something from you. Like they trying to get something that you have, and they trying to downgrade you so they look better. That's all it is.
And if you don't, you're doing something right if you have haters. Okay.
Yeah, that's always gonna be that's low key. That's your best fans because they talk about you a lot more than your regular fans. Your regular fans gonna talk about you when you post stuff and do what you do and like clap for you. Your haters, when you sleep, and they always gonna be talking about you. That's what you need. That people that work off the clock. That's always give props and flowers to your haters.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to all my haters.
That's a fact.
And is there any last things? Oh, and with rejection, like, it's okay to take L's. Those are just lessons. Okay, guys? That's what we're ending off with. Any last words about the podcast? Let them know where to find you at. And MoreTime.radio as the Instagram. My personal Instagram is the original stat. No underscores in it, just straight one word. Right. So go tune into that. Make sure you guys tune into the podcast. We have a YouTube channel. We have an Instagram, Mind Over Matter. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That is my period. That is Mind Over Matter, baby. All right.